The Cosmic Dance, a record of spiritual dialogues, channeled by Julie Soskin, Chapter 6, The Mind of God. You are still sons and daughters of the universe. You each have your own particular rhythm, your note, and you can attune yourself to the universal song, the ebb and flow, the breathing in and the breathing out are a total reality. You are all part of this. This is not something that the intellect can absorb. It is a reality much truer than the illusions you create in your own world of personality. We do not come to you to preach. We speak only to those who will listen. Whether you listen or you turn your back, the reality, the universal force, will still be there. For some of you now, an awareness of the hugeness of the changes is entering your consciousness, but most of you still cast a veil across your minds. It is not easy, but not impossible for you to understand, or to want to understand. We do not make predictions. We simply comment on what is occurring. So please lose your fear and find your stillness within. The energies of your planet are gradually moving and shifting. Remember, your planet is a living, breathing planet. You could say poetically that it is giving birth. It is in the throes of birth pains and is moving and thrashing about. You can see signs of this in disturbances such as earthquakes, in winds, and in storms. Earth is giving birth to a new force. There is a season and a time for everything, and your time of pain is nearly over. Very few of you have realized the wonderful potential of your green planet. Yours has been a planet of opportunity and growth, but so few of you have realized its potentials. Most of you only ever homed in on the pain and the suffering. We have spoken much of the negative energy these thoughts have created, which have, in consequence, perpetuated the pain and suffering. As the earth shifts, its energy also shifts, and that in itself creates change. Your energies are changing, and so are your bodies. The electrical flow of your nervous system is changing, and in a sense, it is becoming less active now. As new nerve fibers are created, the old are closing off. A huge amount of activity is taking place in the brain, which is serving new frequencies that are creating new forces, new flows, and new nerves in your body. This is why some of you have felt tingling sensations in your extremities. This is caused by new and unused nerve fibers in your body which are coming to life. These effects will only be felt by those of a sensitive nature, and then not all of the time, only in bursts. Others, who are less sensitive, will continue to function normally, but their energy is depleting. They will not be aware of this, and they will continue to go about their day-to-day business. Their energy will diminish until the time their natural physical death, when the remnants of their soul light will move on. Electrical charges are entering the skull and brain, creating new nerve fibers. Your eyes, the senses, your touch, your sense of balance. In all these things you will find some disturbance. For example, your sense of balance may occasionally become disturbed. At times your eyesight may become blurred, and your sense of smell may come and go. These senses are being readjusted, and all of them will develop new sensations, a new sight, new smell, new taste, and new touch. Man's spirit is now moving up to greater heights, and those of you with insight, those who know there is a different and better way, will go with that surge and will fly higher and higher. Evolution does not stop, dear children, it moves on, and every now and again, for one reason or another, there's a new surge forward. Look upon this time as a huge surge of evolutionary forces, pushing you on, enabling you to fly. Your organs need to be strong now, your heart, and lungs in particular, for your heart has to pick up the new vibrating rhythms, and your lungs have to breathe in the impulses which permeate the air which you breathe. The atmosphere is becoming charged and stimulated with particles of light. As you breathe in, these particles physically expand your lungs. Your feet must also become stronger, and they will begin to broaden, for the root chakra will be located in your feet. This is the root connection to the new energies of your planet Earth. Another major center will be located at the back of your skull. This is not for second sight, but for heightened sight and perception, and will be used for seeing new colors as the spectrum of your rainbow expands. There will be two other energy points within the skull, which will be important for the flow of energy. These will be located on either side of the base of the skull, forming a triangle of force. Impulses will move around these energy points very rapidly. There will be two further points on the skull, which together with the others will create the shape of an H. Because of the way they interact, these points will create a current which will flow between them. They will touch and harmonize with the new forces of light, like an aerial, an enhancer of the impulses. You will still have an aura, but you will no longer have an astral body. That means eventually you will need no sleep, because the purpose of sleep is primarily to rejuvenate the astral body. Not having an astral body will also make your perception clearer. You will have a clearer sense of reality. Your auric emanations will hum, sounding a note that interacts with others, and it is this sound vibration that creates the unison of love. There will be a type of love between two people which you have never encountered before. The feeling between two people with harmonious frequency rates is something far beyond you could imagine. This love is not in any way emotional. It is a vibration at a frequency which creates pure harmonics as you interact with others. This is love. It may sound strange to you. At present, what you experience as love is mainly emotions, needs, desires, and wants. And in the past, even the best of love was required its own gratification. But this new love is pure, and it sounds the song of the universe. After the transition, you can expect to notice great changes, as great as the metamorphosis which occurs when clumsy earthbound caterpillars become butterflies. Your changes will be every bit as dramatic as these. The way you relate to others, the way you eat, the way you perceive, and the way that you reason will be very different. And because of your enhanced ability to adjust your frequency to that of others, you will have access to all the combined knowledge of the world. All knowledge, both terrestrial and higher, will be at your command. The astral plane has served its purpose in the same way that clouds in the sky serve a purpose. Is it not better to have clearer perception without the clouds, of the astral above and below? Imagine a crystal clear day when the light is sharp and the colors are vibrant in the sun. This is how your perception will be. Such will be your clarity, for this is your truth. The hierarchy of energies who are here with you are watching closely. They will remain close to the earth until after the transition is completed. Breathe rhythmic breaths. Fill your soul with light for a few minutes, at least once a day, to still the clear lake of the soul. The mountains of Tibet have long served their purpose, for within those mountains a song is being sung, the note of the world. The guardians are moving. They sense there will be a change. There is a land shift coming. New continents will be formed. New lands will rise up beneath the water, and others will sink below. The world will find its heart again. The earth will have a new Tibet and a new song to join to the universal. Some of you still see these changes as a negative occurrence. Still others believe this to be a prelude to the Judgment Day. It is not, dear children of this green planet Earth. It is not. It is a new birth. Do you not rejoice and congratulate each other when there is a new birth in the family? Birth can be painful, but the new child is a joy. The universal song is getting ready to congratulate the earth on its birth. A new baby, a new soul, and a new heart in your world. Even some masters are giving up their energy, giving up their connection with the consciousness, walking away, or transferring their energy to others. This is their choice, their conscious choice. Be aware, dear children. Be selective. If you listen to your soul, you will know. A huge amount of work is now being done to finally release the personality, the ego. This will ensure that there will be no remnant of ego to obstruct the link with the universal consciousness, which is the mind of the source. This is the nucleus, the core of the source. We paint you a mental picture of the source as a huge eye. The consciousness is the seeing part of the eye, the nucleus, and around that is the protection, the energy, the force. The nerves and the cells are allowing the consciousness to do its work. It is the consciousness you must look to now. Most of you have been charged with the source of light. Now you must experience your revelation from the consciousness of the source, from the pupil of the eye, from the core of the energy, from the mind of God. The mind of God thanks you, dear children, because you have played your full part in experiencing the knowledge and the truth of your planet. There has never been a planet like yours, and there never will be another. Each soul that incarnated on the earth had a choice. You chose to come into the karmic realm with all the difficulties this presented. Willingly you came, knowing that the knowledge and the experience which you gave back to the Godhead was beyond price and worth all the pain. You think of God as a benevolent God. Indeed, God is benevolent. Earth has been a planet of adventure, a place where the soul could experience new and marvelous adventures, for the advancement of the spirit and for the experience of the mind of men. It has been a nucleus, and that nucleus is the consciousness of God. And in the heart and soul of man, there has been a knowing, a link to the source of pure light energy, pure spirit beyond matter. In the adventure book of life, Earth is nearing the last pages. The book is coming to an end, but there will be a sequel, where your Earth will be even greener. The players in the chapters of the book will survive to live another day, some in another place. It has been a good book, a revelation. You have shown the consciousness a heart, and for this, yours will be the kingdom, the power, and the glory.